Okay, now, I know I just put a turbo on this and got it going and everything. Well, I want to use it for some dirt bike riding. So, I'm going to tear the turbo and everything else apart and put it back to factory. Probably get rid of all the electronics, make it a little bit lighter. And then we'll go riding. Let's get to it.
You took my heart and you turned me on, and now the danger sign is on. Never thought the day would come when I would feel alone without you. And I'm like a child again, calling out his mama's name. You've got me on a ball and chain and doing things that I don't want to. Can't stop running to you, feel love coming through you. Girl, with you beside me, hold on, heaven got me red light. This man's danger, well I can't hold on no much longer, because a red light, it means a warning, and I can't hold on, and baby I'm burning. I had my fun and I played around with all the love to tie me down. I used to kiss and run, but never wanted love to catch me. I thought I had a heart of stone, but now I'm in the danger zone. Well, I can feel the heat is on, and soon the flames are gonna catch me. Can't stop running to you, feel love coming through you. Girl, with you beside me, hold on, heaven got me red light. It's been a danger, but I can't hold out not much longer, because the red light, it means a warning, and I can't hold out, and baby I'm burning,
Got it all tore down, and remembered this is the only exhaust that I had for it, so I went ahead and chopped it off the turbo. So here's all the turbo parts here. And so now I got to figure out what I'm going to do for an exhaust again. So stay tuned.
it's been a danger, well I can't hold on no much longer, because a red light, it means a warning, and I can't.
Well, I'm scrummaging around my steel and I found this pipe. I think if I just weld it on there, that'd be pretty neat. Closer. Like that. Yeah, probably burn your leg though. Alright, we're gonna go back here so it doesn't burn no legs or butts or anything, hopefully. We'll see. Let's get it. I'm gonna do it.
Red light, it's been a danger, well I can't hold on no much longer, because a red light, it means a warning, and I can't hold out, and baby I'm burning. I had my fun and I played around with all the love to tie me down. I used to kiss and run, but never wanted love to catch me. I thought I had a heart of stone, but now I'm in the danger zone. Well, I can feel the heat is on, and soon the flames are gonna catch me. Can't stop running to you, feel love coming through you. Girl, with you beside me, hold on, heaven got me red light. It's been a danger, but I can't hold out not much longer, because the red light,
put the original dirt bike rear gear on it. That way I can go rip up some hills and take off the highway gear that I got on it. So, let's get to it.
You took my heart and you turned me on, and now the danger sign is on. I never thought the day would come when I would feel alone without you. And now I'm like a child again, calling out his mama's name. You've got me on a ball and chain, doing things that I don't want to. Can't stop running to you, feel love coming through you. Girl, with you beside me, all alone, heaven got me. Red light, 'cause there's danger, and I can't hold out my mind no longer, because a red light, it means a warning, and I can't hold out, 'cause baby I'm burning. No, 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 red light, it's best danger, well I can't hold out no much longer, because a red light, it means a warning, and I can't hold.
Alright, gonna do a 2-for-1 video. We're also gonna work on the old dragctor, mow rod, whatever you call it, whatever I called it. I'm gonna get rid of the brake. I'll show you here in a second how the brake is set up, but the clutch also engages the brake if you push it all the way down. And I want to get rid of that. I want to make this a pure clutch pedal only, and then put a brake pedal on that foot, and then I gotta put a new fuel hose on as well, so I may as well do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and take off the front PTO shaft to give me more clearance. We're gonna go hill climbing and go through some muddy pits with it, so stay tuned, we're gonna do some work. Here's my future brake pedal that's going to go down here. But for right now, the way that I have to use the brake, since I have the clutch, since I have the brake rod back here kind of pulled all the way out, that way the brake, I can use the clutch and then push it down farther and use the brake. But this is my brake hold down right here. So this is what I've been using as my brake. So if you see right here, it squeezes and hits the brake. So I've been using that, and I need to get rid of that as my brake and start using my foot, because it gets a little bit scary. I get going pretty quick on this up and down hills, so I need to be able to brake fast, because this is my throttle, as we know. So this will be clutch, so throttle, clutch, and I need my free hand and not be using the brake to be able to shift. Whichever. So let's get to it. So by the way, I never showed you guys in the first video. So this is a true 3-speed. So that's reverse, neutral, get it in, first, second, third, neutral, my PTO. Okay, now, so I had to cut off the brake lever that I'm pretty sure I showed you. I guess grasshopper just flew around here. And so now I got it all undone and everything. Let's see if she just drops. Boom! Now she is. So now the only brake I have is the end of the clutch, which there's one more pin that I gotta undo from the clutch setup to undo the full brake setup, so that way it's only a clutch. And now, with that being said, this is going to be my brake pedal. It's going to be on this side. And I was running through all my throttle cables and brake cables and everything, and I found this throttle cable that I think might work just fine. I'm going to make it so it bolts right here because it's supposed to pull it up for the brake. So I'll have it so it pulls up, and the other end I have this bracket that holds it down. I'm going to go ahead and bolt it down and then tie it into the brake pedal with a heavy spring to pull it back. So now I got to figure out how to run this end of this cable into the lever on this thing to pull it up, and then run it over here, and then figure out where this bolts to for the pedal to pull this to pull that up. So that's where we're at. Let's get to it. Alright, now I think we're all done up. I just need to figure out a way to lock this thing down. That way I have solid brake when I'm in neutral and have it running and whatnot. But for now, we got the brake cable, which is zip tied to it so it doesn't go flopping around everywhere. Bolted this bracket to the sidewall there, and obviously it pulls. Got a spring hooked up to it so it retracts, and to weld up a bracket to it to be able to bolt it down. Then put the new fuel line on, and then disconnected everything from the clutch. So now I got this spring that retracts the clutch back because I was having problems when you push the clutch down, it wanted to stay down, and then you had to stick your foot under it and pull it up for it to grab. Here's your clutch pulley. So as you tell, I push this down, it turns it. Well, it used to. So it used to also turn this rod. You now see a spring right there. It used to turn this rod for the brake. So when you push this down, it hit the clutch and it hit the brake at the same time. But I want it kind of like a car or a motorcycle, I guess. And I want a free standing clutch and a freestanding brake. Well, I went and test drove it, and shifted amazing, clutch was amazing, worked how it should, and a roll, shifting through gears, no grinds, and the brake was great. More carb problems, so it was wanting to high idle, then wanting to die. I had to mess with the choke a bunch to keep it running, and so took the carb off, took the intake off. I'm going to remake new gaskets for the intake and for the carb, and I'm going to tear the carb apart and clean it all out and put it back together and hope everything goes good. So I'm going to get to that.
Another Sunday morning, I'm lying here, head all cloud.
So I would say I had a problem. This jet is supposed to be screwed into it. Well, I didn't have to unscrew anything, and I just pulled it out. So that might be my problem.
From smoking beer, tired and weary, but I can't sleep, eyes wide open. The house is dirty, the dishes high, the sun is half away across the sky, not on my mind.
Okay, so driving this thing around is super uncomfortable, bouncing around on this steel seat with my bony ass. It ain't very comfortable, so I'm going to take this seat off. I got this padding here, probably fold it up, make it double padding, and I got some leather or some other stuff that I can upholster and just make it a little more comfortable, because I'm going to be bouncing a lot when we go and climb these hills and stuff. So, alright, other than that, I'm going to try and incorporate some locks on the brake pedal and the clutch pedal. That way I can have them locked down when I have it just running in neutral. Carb and everything is good to go. I gotta just run it and test drive it now and tune the carb to where it'll run and do what I want it to do. So I'm gonna get to work and hopefully everything will be all good. Let's do it.
Not on my body does it ask me why. Why bother? Why do I worry?
Okay, now I know it doesn't look good or anything, but honestly I don't give a shit. It's very comfortable. So my ass is gonna enjoy this. So stay tuned for the fun we're gonna have.
Oh shit.
Alright, well, there wasn't too much recorded out riding today, but as you can tell, we're covered in mud. Everything's covered in mud. I'm covered in mud. Those tires were like 4 times the size, covered in mud. Mud all over this. Mud caked up on there. So it was a good day and a bad day at the same time. Let me show you. The bike was fine. The bike was perfect. But I was going through the mud pit. I got stuck on my first run because I was trying to turn out of it because it looked like it was getting deeper. Well, as I went to turn out of it, I lost stability for both tires to get traction, so I had one spinning while one was just dug down and it wasn't going nowhere, so we had to pull it out. And I was in first gear on that one, so once we got it out, I reassessed the situation, went around, went ahead and went in third gear at full speed into it. I made it well over halfway, and I was going to make it all the way through until I wasn't turning no more, and it shot me off to the right into the Jeep mud pit, and my steering shaft popped out. That'd be why. So now I need a new steering shaft, or try and figure out a way to get this to stay in there. I can see what the problem is now. So it was somewhat successful. We had to get a big ass loader to pull it out, but that's fine. It ran perfectly fine. Did everything it was supposed to. Brake worked good, clutch worked good, shifted perfect, except for obviously that. So tune in next week. We'll go ahead and finish it. Oh, another problem is this thing's not posi traction, so I was getting one wheel spinning, and unless I would rock back and forth. But we're gonna go ahead and figure out how to make this a locker so both tires spin. Then I'm gonna also order a set of more paddle style tires for it. That way I never have problems. And this thing from now on will be just a mud pit hopper, pretty much. So stay tuned.